In the Big Ten at College Park, two teams that need a win very badly to push themselves into the conversation for the NCAA tournament.
And continue to rotate as the ball moves.
Cowan finds himself open and bags a three to open the scoring.
You must recognize it, move that basketball, and try to get it inside.
They find it inside on the feed from Huerter to Daryl Morsell, the freshman guard. It's 5-0 quickly.
Right idea, great cut by Cowan. Fernando has to deliver that basketball.
There's a jump shot for Vic Law, Northwestern on the board for the first time. Per game in turnover margin for the year is Kevin Huerter, who runs baseline quite a bit. I knew right when you said nail that you were a coach, by the way. Coaches call that the nail. We call it the foul line. Huerter does. Kevin Huerter on the slice to the rim and a foul. Oh! Now the junior Derek Parton very quickly to the left hand. Confidence he showed to go right to the shot there. Huerter got the roll. Kevin Huerter, whose dad, as we mentioned, was at Siena for their first ever NCAA tournament win, and Huerter hits another jumper, including a 74-70 defeat at Penn State on Wednesday, but the Terps do not look the part. They're up 11 early. Couldn't find the ears on the rebound. So now for Northwestern. Oh my goodness,
From one knee. Boogie in his game. He can go get you a bucket in exciting fashion. Michigan State has an excellent defense.
The foul for Maryland goes against Michael Tchaikovsky, but it is good news that he even gives it up. Cowan Jr. found himself open for three. In a hurry, off the kick out for Wiley. Dad, Spurs and Warriors, if you're watching at home.
When you look at the Warriors, leading the NBA.
As Dion Wiley declines to take the shot. Cowan Jr. floater. He is so smooth, isn't he?
Young coach who's done a marvelous job turning around this program. Had never gotten to the NCAA tournament.
Interesting year for Northwestern. They come off their best season in basketball history, and their arena is not ready to go as Scotty Lindsey hits the three. Now, Skelly back in, and he goes to the rim. But more so.
He sold it. They didn't buy it. He sold it.
Lindsey on the stuff, and Scotty Lindsey. You gotta scald your arm here.
Exactly. A little more up to date.
Lindsey with an acrobatic shot at Northwestern, suddenly within 5 for the Wildcats. Huerter late in the shot clock. Oh, what a shot against Lindsey. 1 second. Half-court heave for Law is short, and Maryland needed that quite badly to go up 7 again.
Gives you a chance to compete.
Cowan Jr. to the rim. Huerter the follow. He had to pass. Huerter drive and kick. Wiley counts a three. Parton on Fernando, working hard, barreling into him for a second chance. McIntosh right with Cowan Jr. for the moment. He exploded by him.
Dropped his inside shoulder and attack off the bounce.
Foul zone off the shot fake. Fernando the find, Morsell the stuff. Shaved it off to me, so I don't think it goes.
You're going to have to go up to 23 and goal and tell him face to face. You're not giving him.
That was intended for Morsell. Deflected, Wiley to Huerter for two. Kevin Huerter so versatile. 4 to shoot. And the follow is there, Morsell. Jay Williams has decided to punt on our name. Thank you for that. And a three for Scotty Lindsey with a look to the crowd.
Opportunities. And Lindsey continues to keep this team in the ballgame.
18 for Scotty Lindsey.
Sit down at halftime, try to relax, gather yourself, put my arm back, and second-degree burns, just burn my arm. Put your hands up. You can't wrap up the offensive player trying to get a touch on the offensive glass.
I'm with you. I thought it was going to go against Fernando. As Morsell deadens it off the heel.
And come away with wins.
Especially with it being a little easier this year to get a quadrant 1 win on the road if you come in without Cowan the save. Wiley the drive. 4-2. Tchaikovsky. 4-2 on the rim run.
Because
spin for Wiley. Off the volley, Maryland gets 2 more. Defense Maryland's playing. Lindsay to the rim, past Morcell. DC we go, Mizzou and Mississippi State before an ACC tilt as Tchaikovsky in O major with a slam.
Partner, you talk about Missouri. It's been reported that Michael Porter Jr. there's a pop because Michael Porter Jr. is one of the very best players and talents in college basketball.
Cowan Jr. Boy, is he a sleep player.
SEC has shown it's loaded top to bottom. The SEC is the one. A lot more parity in college basketball this year. Older teams are able to in practice. And to have only 1 day to prepare for that, but there's so many teams like Huerter as well as Chris Collins.
That'll do it. The Maryland Terrapins get their 6th win in the league. Northwestern drops to 6-7 in the Big Ten. 73-57. Your final score from College Park.